Happy Sunday. It is the Sunday Social here. I'm Clint Bragg with ClintBragg.com here in the Tank Talk studios, and I am here to talk to you about autopilot, cruise control, whatever you call it. Great example. You are driving. You're thinking about a lot of different things, except driving. You get to where you're going, and you're like, don't remember anything about the drive. You've been on autopilot that whole time. You've done it so many times that you know where you're going. Your body knows where you're going. You could probably sleep and drive there. Please don't do that. Don't test that theory. But you are almost like sleeping because you are thinking about everything except driving. That's autopilot. Funny stories. My wife and I went to the happiest place on earth, so they say, over the weekend, and that's being a Disney adult aside. That's a whole different conversation, and maybe we'll do a Sunday social about that. But the point is, we were there, just us. Travis didn't go with us. He's an adult now anyway, so we wouldn't have any children. Yeah, we were getting on a ride, and they give you the whole spiel, right? Pull the lap bar down, push up on it, and then they give you that last-minute instruction, which is, please keep arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. And then she says, and please supervise your children. And then she looked at us, and we looked back at her, and then she looked kind of down, and she started laughing, and she said, I'm sorry. I say this so many times, I didn't even think to look that you had kids with you. So sorry about that. Well, of course, don't worry about it. And the wife made a joke about how she's still supervising a kid to this day, even though I am well into adulthood, at least by age. So that's a funny story, but that was a good example of being on autopilot. Now, in the safety profession, autopilot is very dangerous. It's like a four-letter word to us safety professionals, because the last thing you want to do when you are doing a hazardous task is to let your brain just kind of do everything and you be thinking about other things. We call them distractions. We want you to have that situational awareness. I'm trying to use every buzzword I can, safety guys. But we want you to be in the moment. Think about what's going on in the moment. Don't let your mind wander, because that's when incidents happen. That's when you can get injured, because you're not focused on what you're doing. You're thinking about a million other things, which is perfectly understandable because we all deal with a lot of different things in our life. But if you're not focused on the moment, it increases your chances of getting hurt. Also, in my VO world, voice acting, you could still have autopilot, and it can affect your work. If you are doing a bunch of different auditions in the same genre, they are all going to sound similar, but they're not going to sound the same. But if you get into that habit of just banging through all these auditions in order to get them out there, because the more auditions I have, the greater my chances of getting work, which is correct. But if you let yourself get into autopilot and just blah, 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 and everything sounds the same, then your quality of work is not there, because you're not focused on what the customer needs. You're focused on getting out that audition and being the first in line, or getting it out before the deadline, or what have you. You want to make sure that your quality is there, that you're in the moment and interpreting what you think is being asked, and then giving your best performance. That's voice acting. And you definitely don't want to do that on autopilot, not if you want to get a lot of work. So what are your suggestions? The Sunday social here, a lot of it is just me posting these things, but put in the suggestions, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, where the places I post these. Tell us, how do you keep from going into autopilot? What do you do? Because I'd love to hear it. I have my own ways of trying to stay in the moment, but those are good for me. What do you do? I know that a lot of different things are, a lot of people have different ways of doing that. So tell me, how do you keep from going on autopilot? Is it always a bad thing? that's debatable. But if you're always on autopilot, that can be a bad thing in every walk, in every career, in every profession. So tell us how you keep from doing that. All right. With that, have a great Sunday and have a safe, productive, wildly creative week, everybody.